apropos of this. Mike in Cleveland, Georgia. Hey, Mike, thanks for watching Free Speech TV on Dish Network. You want to weigh in on the vaccine topic, although I want to take this much larger than that, but go for it.
I don't know if you remember, but there was some years back, a bunch of high-decorated military boys dropped out of the system on account of what was being done with their troops. And the vaccinations and all the stuff that you got to take to go overseas and all,
right?
There's so many of them. And the problem you get into, you mentioned the mercury, but squalene. There's a number of different things that these drug corporations put in there to make money. And although I'm not necessarily against vaccinations, I'm very skeptical of the drug companies and the money, the powers that be, putting this stuff into our life.
Well, the stuff,
I think we do have to, at end, personally, if I die of the flu, that's my own affair.
Not if 15 people around you catch it and 2 of them die too.
Well, that's their choice to be around me, but I don't.
Not necessarily. Not if they're your children.
When I was a kid, my mama used to bring folks to the house to give us chicken pox and the measles. That's how we dealt with it.
My mother did the same thing, Mike.
Everybody. And we weren't all dropping dead from exotic diseases. So,
You're right. You're right.
I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but I don't believe a whole lot I'm told by the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem in the situation, and you're right. When you were a kid, when I was a kid, and we may be the same age, you may be a little older than me, but basically back in the 50s and before, when a kid in the neighborhood got mumps, measles, or chicken pox, people would throw parties. They would invite other kids over to get infected. And I went to one of those parties. It's how I got measles. And, or maybe it was mumps. It was one or the other. It was like 7, 8 years old. I mean, everybody wanted, because that's how we got herd immunity. Everybody got these as children, and by and large, it didn't hurt too many people. Now, it hurted enough people, however, that, and Mike, thanks a lot for the call. Thanks for making that. It hurt enough people that we said, maybe there's a better way here. And the big problem, of course, with these, quote, childhood diseases like measles and mumps is that when adults get them, if pregnant women get rubella, get that form of measles, they're going to have birth defects. Their child is going to have birth defects. And if men or women get the mumps after adolescence, after they become sexually mature, they can become sterile. I mean, there's some really serious side effects to these diseases. So we basically wiped out the herd immunity by vaccinating everybody, and at least the long-term herd immunity from childhood infections, and replaced it with a short-term herd immunity, 5, 10, 20 years, however long the vaccines last. And you could argue that that's something that worked to the benefit of the vaccine manufacturers or whatever, and that it's trying to do what nature did naturally and all that. But it's what we have. And now you've got, 2 generations of people who did not grow up getting those diseases as children. And vaccines are basically their only shot.